Hello, Cowboy fans, and welcome to the mini pod. Because you have to have your content, all right? We're going to talk about Javonte Williams, what he means to this Cowboys offense, and how much more it means this particular week as the great Rico Dowdle is coming back to town, too.
Coming back to town.
So we going to his town.
Going to his town.
He's going to be staying at his town while we bring his old town to him.
There you go.
Is what I meant.
Yeah.
Would Jerry have been petty? If they were to come here, would Jerry have been petty and giving him a video tribute instead of like
that? Would have been hilarious.
We asked some good questions.
That would have been hilarious.
The Rico video tribute.
That would have been hilarious.
Was running into a lineman because running to the wrong hole? What?
Wait, are we taking shots at Rico?
You remember his first 2 years, Rico doesn't see the hole. That was a criticism, right?
Rico just went for 2 hundo.
I know. I'm just talking about here. He don't see the hole.
2 hundo.
a lot of green?
That's 105 extra yards over expectation. 105. That's the greatest game ever played, darn near.
The best thing, but he did on 23 carries because I initially told Shotty about this right after the game on Sunday, and he said, "Oh, he's gonna be tired and wore down." No, he didn't get a lot of carries. He only did it on 23 carries.
23 is a big number in 2025.
Okay, but it's not like 30 of. I mean, you would think they wore him out. No, to get 200 on 23 carries, that's a lot of big runs.
Could you imagine?
That's not the beating that the Earl Campbell them took. Yeah.
Could you imagine how good this offense would be if we still had Rico?
It'd be the same.
Oh, would it be the same?
Be the same.
Okay, we're gonna change directions then, because I think it would be worse.
Interestingly enough,
I like Rico, but I think
Javonte is better. Just gonna say it. Say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Javonte is better for what we're doing. Clayton Adams knew what he wanted. He wanted thumpy, 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 and he got him a thumper.
I would say that what you get in the thumping of Javonte,
get a little more juice from
Rico. Boom. So what you'll make up for where he has to break tackles, Rico will run away from tackling or be able to shift a little bit.
Rico might have scored on that.
Yeah, he might have scored, but I don't know if he scored the touchdowns, the physical runs that you get with Javonte. It's the reason why he had 5 rushing touchdowns with Javonte. They had 6 all last year with Rico. Rico did not get to the end zone, especially in the red zone.
They were getting down in the red zone and thought the good idea was, hey, let's put the old guy who doesn't really have anything left.
No. Zeke didn't get no red zone carries. That was the problem. That's why he went AWOL, because he had a role that he thought he was going to have, but he did not get the ball close to the goal line. But I do listen to you guys, right?
Boy.
No, I asked Shotty yesterday. I said, when y'all were looking at running backs and Clayton Adams, did y'all see some James Conner? Did Clayton Adams see some James Conner in Javonte? Is that one reason why you signed him, because he fit the scheme? We talked about that, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I brought that up.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So I asked him, and he tried to. No, we don't look. We weren't comparing, but we did like the physical nature, the physical style. His physicality is what drew them to him to fit this scheme. Clearly, if the Cowboys knew he was going to be this good, they'd give him a little more money, right?
No, because
they didn't give him a little more money.
Yes, Jerry didn't want to give people money.
They gave him a little more money, right?
No,
He's playing his way out of town.
They might have gave him some more years.
Okay.
They might have gave him some more years. They might have tried to hit him for 3 years, $6 million. You know what I'm saying? They might have tried to hit him for something like that.
Jerry knew what he was doing. The Cowboys, they didn't know he was throwing something against the wall. Okay?
I just want to reiterate, there's 0 chance Jerry has seen any Javonte Williams film. He gets no credit for this.
Okay, but even the coach, even the scout, yes, they had a vision for the player. They hoped he could be back to what he was, but no one knew.
This is a complete sidebar to your point about Jerry didn't see any film of Javonte Williams.
Never seen
Stephen Jones. He was on the radio the other day and talked about they talking about James Houston, and he made a comment like, Will McClay was watching film earlier today. Will McClay was showing us some clips about James Houston, what he was in Carolina, telling about 20% of that. I was like, oh, yeah, Jeff was right. None of y'all have seen any of these guys before.
No.
Before they got here, y'all have no clue who James Houston was, had no clue who Javonte was.
But Will did.
But yeah, but of course, I mean, that's Will's job to find these gems. But like when they to your point, they'll take the credit and be like, oh, we knew the whole time about Javonte and James Houston. It was like, you didn't
like what I did.
Yeah, you didn't watch an ounce of tape of these men.
But the physicality is what they need. Is what they hope to get from Zeke. The vision of what Zeke was supposed to be with Rico, you're getting all that with Javonte. And I hear you that
that's
Rico,
what happens when McClay picks the running back,
right?
And maybe Clayton Adams. When Jerry picks the running back, you get
pick Rico.
Zeke.
I mean, he's a big Zeke.
Yeah.
But you married the physicality at the goal line. You can look at one of those plays against the Eagles when he just run through some guys. I mean, we remember last year when Rico did not get to the end zone. I remember I go back to that Miami game, which I keep bringing up, when Tony Pollard had a chance to get to the end zone and didn't get to the end zone. He would have scored.
But my pushback on that is
I like you standing for Rico because he's
no one's
Clayton
Adams.
Adams and this run scheme wasn't present on this team last year. So what they're doing now with how the offensive linemen, with what they're doing now, how they're blocking it and all that kind of stuff is a lot different than what it was a year ago. So where you're saying that he wouldn't have gotten that had he been in this style of running of run scheming and play calling. Again, you had CD and a bunch of maybes. You had your box was different. You know what I'm saying? You have a lighter box now because you got George Pickens and CD and all other guys out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of contributing factors on the differences what Javonte is getting this year and what other guys, what Rico knows the guys are getting the year before.
You think Rico, because we said earlier, that he doesn't make it better if he was still on this team. But then you think with Clayton Adams, with Rico, he's doing what Javonte's doing because of Clayton Adams?
I think it helps. I think with the boxes that he would get, again, remember last year there was a lot of loaded boxes because people were like, we're double CD, and whoever else is on the other side of this field, we're good. We're good. So we're going to add another guy to the box, and now you're running in 7 and 8 man boxes. So I'm saying with the addition of a George Pickens, now you have lighter boxes, more too high safeties, less guys are in the box. The blocking scheme is different. This is probably one of the first blocking schemes that the offensive linemen actually like the technique that they're doing. Yeah. The last couple of years, there were a ton, and I'm not even going to say whispers, there were yells from guys in the locker room saying, we don't like the style of why this offensive line coach has us doing technique-wise.
You got Hall of Famers that the coach is like, no, I want you to do it this way.
Right.
I'm sorry.
They're like. So I'm saying that there are factors. They're not little factors. They're big factors in the sense of
takes little to be big.
And I want to say this. I'm glad the biggest factor, the back is better. The back has always been better.
Okay.
He was better in college. He was better coming out in the draft.
He wasn't better the last 2 years of his life.
He was hurt. Nancy.
Well, don't say always.
Well, I'm saying his track record has always been better.
A year ago, Rico was good and Javonte was not.
Just to be honest. Rico got 1,001 half a yard on 17 games.
In 10 starts.
Okay. But I'm just saying the back has always been better. Stand up for
yourself. Why are you making us try to tear down Javonte?
Y'all tearing down.
We're not tearing down Javonte.
The back. Listen, I love the scheme. I love the scheme talk. I give the coaches a lot of credit. We did the whole segment on the coaches. And so that's one thing that maybe Jerry got right, but the coaching, Schottenheimer and all these guys, and it's always Jimmy's and Joe's over X's and O's.
No, these X's and O's are big.
What I'm saying,
big,
I'm not.
But Javonte
he does bring better tools.
Javonte,
to his point,
he brings a better bat. He's a better bat.
The only tool that Javonte brings, I think, is better. Is that tool? Is that tool?
But that's a big tool.
That's a good tool.
That's a big tool.
That's a big tool. I mean,
all I'm saying is that they both bring a tool
I remember,
that would work in a system.
I remember the criticism of Rico.
Rico wasn't no punk.
Not saying that.
Why are you tearing Rico
He had
down?
poor vision. And I remember the criticism of his vision, getting in the hole, not seeing holes.
It's hard to see when you're running for 200. You're running fast. It's hard to see what's going on.
So you talking about last week. I'm talking about since his
whole career with the
Cowboys.
Ali, give us the definitive everything.
Definitive everything?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Jeff? I love this topic because you know what? Running the football is important. Ain't that right, Jeff?
Well, I can't stand Ali today. Y'all have a great
That's the
day.
definitive.
We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to
Javonte!
Rico.
Javonte!
We love you, Bees.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Asante!